is called Wyoming Summer 1939.
That's when I was born.
In August 1939, two momentous events were about to occur, one of which I would not be aware of for a long time. The other would have an immediate, life-changing effect on my hitherto comfortable existence. The first week in September, Hitler would invade Poland, and that same week, I would be sent to school for the first time. 2 weeks earlier, at a gathering of aunts and uncles, parents, grandparents, I, the privileged only grandchild, was the agonized center of attention. I had previously announced that I didn't want to go to school. Of course, my parents were shocked. Using their youthful parenting skills, they tried to persuade me otherwise. Nonetheless, I persisted. I now found myself the subject of what in the future would be called an intervention. Everyone endeavored to convince me I would like school. There would be many girls my own age, even Patricia Trissello, the nearest neighbor girl, would be starting school. There would be music, and at recess, what's recess, I wonder? There would be playground games and slides and swings and flying rings, off which I would fall the first day. Mother said she would pack my lunch to take every day, just like the grown men. She would make sandwiches and brownies, roly-polies, or graham crackers with chocolate frosting inside. My Aunt Wanda, who was 7 years older than I and who would be going into 8th grade, said I was a scaredy cat and a crybaby. In truth, I was close to tears, nevertheless. At some point in the proceeding, they must have taken pity on me and turned to other activities. Perhaps Grandmother McGrady suggested that it was time for the dessert, and she would put the coffee on. When Grandfather McGrady got me alone, he gently asked me why I didn't want to go to school. Nearly breaking down, I told him what I thought should be obvious to everyone. I can't go to school because they read books in school and I don't know how to read. Oh, Richie, he said, that's what school is for. You learn how to read. Soon he announced to the company that Richie wanted to go to school. 50-some years later, I found myself in a situation which had echoes of this early scene. Now I was the grandfather. My wife and daughter were trying to persuade Angelina, the privileged only grandchild, to consent to a drastic change. They said her hair was in her face too much, and that she should have bangs. She strongly objected, saying she didn't want bangs. They told her how pretty she would look and that both her mother and grandmother had bangs when they were her age. Nevertheless, Angelina vehemently objected. Later, perhaps Grandmother Craig had suggested tea time. Angelina got me alone and quietly asked, What are bangs? I hope I was as reassuring to her as Grandfather McGrady had been to me. I'm telling you, I really feel Richard's here.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you. And I thank everybody who came.